The New York Giants are all smiles after the latest news coming out of Minicamp. I'm going to be breaking all that down for you, but before I get going, my name's Paul. This is Big Apple Sports. Thanks for tuning in. Take just a second, like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and then you can join this awesome Giants community. So Minicamp is officially over. We have no Giants practices now until July 29th. I don't even know what I'm going to do with myself. I also work at a school, so I'm on summer break right now. I'm going to have a lot of free time. So if you have a Giants video that you're like, hey, I want you to research this, I'd love to know more about this, comment below and maybe I'll do a video on that in the next couple months, because there's not going to be a lot of Giants news. Like, you can take it to the bank that one of these young guys is going to find a way to work his way into the news, and I'm sure I'll discuss that a little bit. But other than that, not much is going to be happening in New York Giants country. So comment below if you have a video you'd like to see me make. And we'll see what happens. But minicamp is over, and there's really two things that I think has to make Harbaugh, Shane, and everybody in the Giants locker room and front office just very pleased with the state of the team. And I think the best way to illustrate that is just to look through all the different analysts and what their winners and losers of camp are. And I can show you why this is huge for the Giants. So if you look at, this is Sports Illustrated list of winners and losers. It sounds like Dominic Zavada just dominated the kicking competition. Went 13 of 13. Ben Sauls went 4 of 8 or something like that. Obviously, we know Jason Sanders was cut. Deonte Banks apparently had a really good training camp. Darius Alexander got pretty much all the first team reps, and it seems like they're really planning on him taking that next step. With the offensive and defensive line, you're not actually in pads, so there's not too much you can take from it. But what you can take is who's getting the reps. And it was Darius Alexander, and it was a lot of Marcus Bowe taking over for Andrew Thomas, who's having his reps managed as he, pretty much load manages. Another one is John Michael Schmitz. It sounds like he's looking a lot leaner and a lot stronger, and really didn't get any sort of push from any of the guys behind him, and that's big time news as well. Cam Scadaboo, Malachi Fields both looked good. Sounds like our Darius Washington looked good. Kayvon Thibodeau looked good. Ben Saul, 7 of 14, not 4 of 8, so that's rough. Evan Neal, I don't think anybody's super surprised there. These are the losers, by the way. Pretty much anyone you thought was a loser heading into Giants camp is still a loser, except Drew Phillips. You don't want to see that. Bummer to hear that he might be losing his job to our Darius Washington, but good to see that we have the competition there. But what I really take away from seeing who some of these winners and losers are is there's a lot of young talent on this team that's showing out. It would be kind of a bummer if we left camp and all the talk was oh, Darnell Mooney had a great camp. Greg Newsome had a great camp. DJ Reader had a great camp. Obviously, anyone who has a great camp, good for this year. But if all the 33-year-olds we just signed to one-year deals are looking great and our young guys are not looking good, that's a problem. Because, if you're 33, I'm 34, so I can tell you firsthand, you're over the hill. And you probably don't have that many good football years in front of you. And then, especially with these guys on one-year deals, they would probably command more money in the market. So the fact that it is our young guys showing out is big time. And another thing that's showing out is our leadership, and that's big time too. This is Big Blue Views. Shout out to them. This is their winners and losers from camp. They have John Harbaugh. I think it was very easy for anyone paying attention to camp that this team is just so much better coached, so much more accountable, and you have to love the new coaching staff. But Brian Burns also did obviously he was in the backfield at all times, just like he always is, but he has really become the leader on this team. I'm going to dive into that a little bit more here in a minute. And then another big one was Arvell Reese looked really good, and Tremaine Edmonds looked really good next to him. I think that duo is going to be incredible. Just crazy size, wingspan, speed between those two guys. And I love that Arvell Reese has a mentor who is basically they're very similar size and skill sets. Arvell Reese is a little bit faster than Tremaine Edmonds. But he has the perfect leader to help mentor him in the NFL. Same with Kayvon Thibodeau and Abdul Carter can look to Brian Burns. You have to love that from these younger guys. And it sounds like Odell had a really good camp as well. And then you look at the losers here. The Achilles injuries stink. I don't think anybody really cares that our third-string quarterback threw a lot of interceptions. Hopefully it doesn't get to that point. The kickers who did poorly. So, to me, I think that's a huge win. Like, the young talent on this team looks great, and the leadership on this team looks great. And you couldn't ask for more from your minicamp. And John Harbaugh kind of talked a little bit after minicamp about how impressed he was with the high-level leadership on this team. He said, I like the system we're building. I think the system is really good. It continues to be built. The next step is going to be honing in a little bit in training camp about our identity and what we're going to be really best at, especially the first 3 to 5 games, and getting really, really good at those things. But great system, great coaches, great teachers. I feel really good about it. And then Brian Burns, like I said, he really has been becoming the captain of this defense, and I loved the warning he delivered to the team after minicamp. Because everybody's, like I said in the title of this video, everybody right now in the Giants organization is just sitting there smiling, thinking like, man, it feels like we have something special here. We have a Hall of Fame coach. We have a quarterback who looks like he's the real deal. We have just dudes all over this defense who are big, fast, physical. We have the right coordinators to get the most out of our players. We have great skill players on offense. Our offensive line, for the first time in a long time, feels like a strength and not a weakness. Like, everybody is so positive after this camp. But still, the mark of a good leader is Brian Burns saying, like, look, that's great. Like, I'm glad we had a great camp, but we got to prove it. We don't want to be off-season champions. We have to take this mentality, this hype, this leadership, this attitude into the regular season and let it translate into winning football games. And that's obviously going to be the big difference for the Giants this year, is this needs to lead to winning football games. And I really think it will. Like, if you've caught this show before, you've heard me say over and over again, I think this is a playoff team this year, and I think their Super Bowl window will open maybe this year if Jackson Dart really takes that year 2 leap. Like Drake May took a year 2 leap and went to the Super Bowl with Mike Vrabel while he was busy having affairs. And, Harbaugh's a little more locked in than... I shouldn't make jokes about that. But the point is like, year 2 leaps where a team that finished last place goes to the Super Bowl, those happen. It's not crazy to say those kinds of things. And even if it's a year or 2 before they get there, like I said at the beginning of this video, the fact that it's the young talent that's really balling out is huge, because you look at like the Giants salary cap situation and it's really good. Like next year, without making a single move, they project to have $50 million in cap space. And that doesn't include the fact that like Darius Slayton is going to get cut. That's going to clear up $13 million. Guys like Paulson Adebo, Javon Holland, they're out of guaranteed money. So if they don't play like Pro Bowl caliber players, they're going to be gone. So you have a situation where you either have a Pro Bowl corner and safety, or you get to clear $20 million in cap space and go get one. Like I'd imagine Chauncey Golston is going to be gone and clear $7 million. Like it's going to be very easy for this team to have 80, 90, maybe even $100 million in cap space next year, with all this young talent to build around. So got to be hyped out of minicamp. Like I said, I don't know what the Giants news is going to be for the next month. There might not be a whole lot. I'm going to try not to force out just pointless videos. So comment below if there's something you legitimately want to know more about, you're interested in. Hit me up in the comments and maybe I'll turn a couple of them into videos. But otherwise, I'll catch you guys hopefully with some more Giants content soon. So hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's have a great summer.